This is one way to use your textures more efficiently for low poly models. Hi, this is Leo, 3D artist at Goon Studios. Straight lines in texture files give you unlimited resolution, but only when you use perfectly horizontal or vertical lines. So if you have a straight line design in your model, try to adjust your textures and UVs to get as many straight lines in the texture image as possible. There's a rectangle design here. All the lines are completely straight and it's making this beautiful image quality on the model. But if you rotate this image, you can see that the quality drops drastically. Pixelation shows up when there are diagonal lines in the texture image. Here's an example of platform models I made for our upcoming game Boogey Boy. The one on the left is made with color palette style texture, which uses the technique I explained in my previous video. This method is my personal favorite, but it's not always possible to stick with one technique. The model on the right is a texture I modified for the ground terrain. In the game we had to stick with textures for the ground terrain because we used the procedural terrain generator. The texture resolution is 64 by 64, very small. But you can see that all the edges are crisp and sharp. It has the unlimited resolution, which I mentioned in the beginning because I kept all the lines in the texture completely straight. One thing to note is that this straight line technique works for a graphic 3D art direction like Boogey Boy, but also for a more realistic but low poly art direction. If you want to go for a more graphic, sharp edge look, like our game, make sure that whatever program you use, do not use blur or anti-aliasing on your texture. This is an automatic thing some programs do, which blur things out and makes the texture look more obvious low res. To turn off that filter, in the game engine Unity, change the texture setting to point. This is usually set to bilinear at default. In Maya, go to the texture settings from your material window and select off. And if you want to work with this in Photoshop, make sure nearest neighbor is selected when you scale and transform the image layer. And that's it. Hope you got an idea of how to get unlimited resolutions in another way. Thanks for watching. I appreciate if you can subscribe to our channel. For computer people, there's a button in the top right corner. For smartphone people, the button's under the video, so make sure to hit that.